Hi, I'm Peggy Singlemann, host of Virginia Homegrown, and in the first half of our show, we'll be visiting an intimate urban garden.
And I'm Pat McCafferty. In the second half of the show, I'll be taking us to the new gourmet mushroom business called Mush, where two enthusiasts have turned their home basement into a mycological laboratory. As always, send in your questions via phone, Facebook, or email. And stay tuned for Virginia Homegrown.
It's April, and all the world is a garden right now, just blooming beautiful. We've got a great show for you tonight. I'm Peggy Singlemann.
And I'm Pat McCafferty. In the second half of the show, I'll be taking us to Charlottesville to Mush, a gourmet mushroom business which is bringing some unique strains from the forest to your table. As always, remember to send in your gardening questions via Facebook, phone, or the emails printed on your screen. Peggy, where are we heading now?
Well, Pat, we're going to be going into downtown Richmond to the Fan District to see how some people garden in a very, very small space. Let's get going. Tom, here we are in the Fan, and in one of those very well-known small spaces. But you and your wife have created a lovely living area. So tell me about that.
You're right. We live in a traditional fan house, beautiful old-fashioned porch on the front. Great spot for impromptu parties and get-togethers, but we wanted to have additional space. You know, parties have a way of expanding. And what we decided we wanted to do in the back was make a contemporary space. So in contrast to the traditional architecture on the front, we wanted to do something more modern back here.
Well, you've achieved your goal because this is just a lovely, very comfortable space to be in. So when you were working with the planners and the designers, did you have a particular plant palette you wanted to follow?
We didn't. We're really not all that knowledgeable about plants, but we knew we wanted something that would be a contemporary look to contrast to the front of the house. And we're also looking for plants that would have interest year-round.
Well, you achieved your goal. As a horticulturalist, I love the vines growing up the walls, and I love the low growing, shrubs, and particularly the evergreen element, which has achieved your goal to be able to have this wonderful space green and inviting all year round.
Absolutely, that was part of the design, and again, we're grateful to have the professional guidance to achieve that.
Yes, what I like is that you have a living area, but I also see out of the corner of my kitchen area, so let's go up there and take a look at that.
By all means, please.
Tom, here we are in this cute little kitchen space. I mean, you've even taken the smallest space and done something with us. So talk to me about that.
We moved to the Fan from a traditional suburban house, and one of the things we found pretty quickly that we missed was the second fridge that we used to have out in the garage. So when you're entertaining, having parties, extra space was really valuable, and we didn't have that here. So we talked with our design team about having an outdoor kitchen. So we've got a grill, a smoker, and of course a second refrigerator.
Yes, of course. And as we know, whenever you entertain, people hang out in the kitchen anyway. So.
Right, and this way the parties can end up outdoors in the kitchen.
Absolutely. And what a beautiful outdoors that you have here. Yes. But I see, looking down, one of the focal points is that gorgeous crepe myrtle down there. How were you able to work all this and keep that tree alive?
Well, that of course was here long before us. We in our prior house, we had a traditional wooded suburban lot, and we had an arborist who would help us to manage and take care of the plants. And when we moved down here to the Fan, I called up the arborist and I said, "We've moved to a different property. We only have 2 trees, but would you still be willing to come down and take a look at it for us?" And we did talk with them about if we put a patio area back there, would that harm the root system? And they basically said that tree is probably 50 years old in great health and is going to outlive all of us. So we were able to construct and design the patio around the beautiful tree that was already here.
Well, that's a great answer, and that's a great story. I'm so glad you consulted a professional before just diving in with the bulldozers.
Couldn't have done it without.
Yeah. Are there any other little special? You mentioned 2 trees. What's your other tree?
We actually have a little serviceberry around. There's a tiny little space around the corner between the end of the house and our garage. And the serviceberry was recommended as the perfect kind of plant for that small space.
Yes, it is. It's a great native plant. Blooms real early in the season. And actually the early pollinators use it. So it's a great little plant.
Wonderful. We love it.
Oh, it is. But what also I like about being in the fan is what I call borrowed scenery, a Japanese element of design. And you've got these beautiful cherry trees and Japanese maple across the way. What a nice little focal point or extra bonus for the spring garden.
We do have great neighbors, and we're fortunate to be able to take advantage of that.
You know, so many people, when they think of these small spaces here in downtown Richmond, they don't take into account what's around them. They just think of their footprint, and they're wondering what they can do. But here you've been able to be in an area where you have lovely, you know, people who also are planting and taking care and enjoying, you know, the fruits of their labor as well.
Well, that's true, and you know, in our neighborhood we participate in the Garden Week, and that's an important part of beautifying your space no matter what the size.
Yes, and you know, so many of us even have larger spaces, and maybe because of limited energy or maybe just limited time, they need to think that they too can create a small space within their large space that they can have an intimate, you know, experience and be able to entertain or just have a place to go without too much fuss and extra work on their part.
Oh, absolutely. That was certainly part of the design here, was to try to keep it low maintenance. We certainly wanted something that would be blooming throughout the year, have different points of interest, but be relatively minimal upkeep, and we've certainly achieved that, thank goodness.
Thank you. Yes, you have, and you've done it in a beautiful and elegant way.
Thank you.
Well, thank you for having us, Tom.
Thank you so much for coming. It's been a pleasure.
It is an art and it's a special talent to create such a beautiful space and so, I want to say, spacious in such a small backyard. And Nicole, you're here with us today to be able to even show us how we can add more plants into that small little space.
Absolutely.
But before we get going, I want to remind people to please send in your gardening questions via Facebook, phone call, or email so we can answer them later in the show. So Nicole, we've got containers, we've got all sorts of wonderful things here that are herbal that can add to that small space. And
Absolutely, Peg.
I was looking at that kitchen and thinking, boy, this would be a perfect addition to that little kitchen area.
Yes.
And putting together an arrangement of herbs is like planting a garden as well.
Absolutely.
So share with me, what were some of the considerations for this wonderful deluxe planter that you've shared with us?
Well, a lot of your herbs like full sun and good drainage. So the potting medium is important. An organic medium designed for containers is very important. Once you do that and have the sunny spot, then this is what you get.
Oh, it's lovely.
So we'll start with the lemon thyme,
Yes.
and you know that will go on fish. It'll go in cookies, pestos. Anywhere you could use lemon, you could use the lemon thyme. That's a perennial too, so you'll have that year round.
And a little evergreen as well.
Exactly. Yep. Herbs are designed to be used too. So we say use it or lose it. So keep them trimmed. Keep them trimmed. You
like
see how
that.
big they'll get in this small space, but still plenty to use. Next we go to the basil, and of course that's tender. So we just stuck it in there for tonight, but it's not ready to go outside yet.
It's still a little
50
cool.
or above.
Who would believe it?
I
Yes.
know, we have had a cold spring. Some parsley, you see how much parsley is there. Just probably to me the healthiest herb that you can get. So at the farm we say parsley, it's what's for dinner.
Yes.
Then you've got some French tarragon, and you notice how that's growing. It's growing up and down.
Yes.
So that's a good spot for that there, about halfway up and halfway down. And so you see the plant is filling in that space nicely. And then some
Softening, yes.
and some rosemary too. So rosemary has never met a potato she didn't like.
Yes.
So that's a tradition at our place too.
Another perennial to put in there.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah. So you can do a mixture of your annuals and your perennials. Your perennials you'll have year round, and then your annuals you'll replace each year.
Okay. Well, some people have a deck, and what are some other containers? You've got one over here.
We do. This one we have is called a deck planter, and you see where my arm is going. This sits on your deck railing, which is really nice. That makes it very accessible. Out of reach. A lot of people have animals, pets, and things that'll get around the deck, so this is out of reach
Even
of those.
toddlers.
And toddlers too, yeah. So this is up off the ground and out of reach. So this is nice. We have 5 herbs in there. Many of the same herbs. We do have chives that are tucked around on the other side there, but that's 5 herbs that are great to grill with. They'll help make a salad dressing, you know, come alive, a steak marinade. A lot of recipes out there on the Pinterest and all those things. Yep. Going down to
For smaller space.
I'm sorry. Smaller space gardening here. We have 3 herbs in there, and that's a good size for one season. These are all perennials. They happen to be, but you could do an annual in there and then leave the 2 perennials going. Of course, you could always split this at the end of the season too, and you know, put the herbs in the garden and start again with the small planter. But this is just a great way to get some fresh herbs. It's beautiful as a table decoration. You know, we've used plastic, but you can get all kinds of pots and you know, decor to really dress that up and use it as a centerpiece.
Very good. And speaking of centerpieces, this is a lovely centerpiece that you've created, and what a mixture of herbs as well as some textural plants such as the barberry. But how did you create such a cute little beautiful centerpiece out of, basically, there's no pot, there's no soil. So what were the steps to this?
Exactly. So we started with 2 wire floral frames, and then we filled it with floral foam. So it's an oasis, the one that you add water to, that'll help keep the herbs and plants alive. And then we used the ever useful zip ties. We pulled that together. We would soak that before we start, so the plants have a good firm start. As soon as you cut them, they're already absorbing water.
So you're taking in plants from water and putting them, and here's one that you've started, and I've noted that you've got them plants that you're poking in, and you're literally just poking them in, but you're not going all in the same direction.
Correct, yes. This is an important floral design step. So the plants on the outside have to go one way, and the plants on the inside actually go the opposite direction. It's very pleasing to the eye when you do that. When you don't, it looks like it's rolling off the wall or off the table.
Interesting.
Yeah,
That's a good point. I never noticed that before.
Yes.
That's so good point. And so you're putting them pretty tight, and you're using different herbs so that you can have different textures.
Exactly,
And I also see a little gray, a little variation of green.
Some bright green, some of the newer growth on the boxwood, some of the catmint has got that darker, almost gray-blue color, and then we have some mint sprigs in there too, which gives you the smell, and again, another texture.
I love that. And then here we have it a little further along, and I can see where you've done your direction this way, and you've done your other direction the other way. Sorry, direction this way, the other one this way.
Yes.
I had to look at it a minute. But then you started filling the top in.
Exactly. The rules for the top are, on a small frame like this, you would do 3 groups, and you would start on each group and build on it till they touch. You do not want to be willy-nilly, and you don't want to be planting trees. Everything must go in on an angle. And I'll do a quick example of that for you. If we were to use some rosemary, we would cut that rosemary, trim the stem. A 45-degree angle is very important, so the most surface area for the plant, and then we would poke it in. Whatever we were to do there, we would do the same thing here and the same thing
Triangulation.
here. Exactly.
Floral design concept.
Yes.
Right. But we don't poke it and take it out and repoke it.
No, we don't overpoke.
Right.
That's right.
And then right here, we have the finished product, and you can see where we've got a little bit of lavender, GY, and we've got a little bit of a barberry, as well as a mixture of the various herbs.
Exactly, and really it's a new way to use the herbs that you do have. Also, if your neighbors don't mind you trimming their plants for them, another great way to use the herbs.
Now you soak this for a little while, and then you put it out on a plate.
Exactly,
But you don't put it in water.
You don't sit it in water. It'll get very smelly, and you'll get some rot and things like that. This is just a much better way to take care of it. You can even let it dry out, or if you see the plants wilting, you know, we say even with herbs indoors, you can almost always recover from underwatering. You can almost never recover from overwatering.
That's a very good point, Nicole. Well, I truly appreciate you taking your time to come here. It's such a busy time of year for you in the nursery, and I truly also thank you for sharing your expertise on herbs.
You're very welcome. Thank
and I'll
you.
look forward to seeing you Saturday.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
And right now, we are going to go to our plant of the month.
Today we're in the propagation greenhouses at Monticello, and I want to talk to you about a very easy plant to grow. It's a geranium, and it does quite well not only in your house in a pot, but also in your flower garden. Now the geraniums that we're accustomed to growing are actually from South Africa. And not only this type of geranium, but also the scented geraniums all come from that part of the world. And they were new to introduction during Jefferson's day. And he was actually growing this geranium not only at Monticello, but also in pots in the president's house while he was serving as his second term as president. And when he decided to retire in 1809, his friend Margaret Bayard Smith pleaded with him to give her his geranium plant so that she could remember him with it. It's very easy to propagate. It can be grown from seed, but also very easily from cuttings. By taking a cutting from the stem, a firm part of the stem, and stripping the leaves off just above the node. And then you can put this into a pot and keep it moist with garden soil, potting soil, and it will easily root for you. You can also groom it easily by cutting it back quite hard several times during the season, and it will flush out in a nice form. The leaves are quite lovely. They're very soft and have that distinctive geranium fragrance to them. The flowers are simple. This is the species form, but as you know today, there are many hybrids that are quite large flowers and in many colors. But I really like this simple, single-flowered form that comes from South Africa. So this is a plant that I've loved for many years, and it's one that I really recommend for the plant of the month.
I love hearing from Peggy in Monticello. She is so knowledgeable. And the other thing we like doing is hearing from you. And so we're asking you to send in what is in your garden right now so that we can post it out on our Facebook page of Virginia Homegrown. Okay. And so that we can share and see what I want to see what our successes are, and maybe sometimes share a challenge or two so we can help you out there. But we've got some great questions for tonight. We've got one from Mannequin Sabbath, and it's an Eastern red bud, and it's 2.5 years old, and she's getting a lot of leaves but no flowers right now. What should she do?
A lot of leaves but no flowers. I wonder if it's growing in a soil with a lot of nitrogen in it?
Exactly. I'm wondering if it's a little too fertilized myself.
Okay.
And 2.5 years old, she should be getting 1 or 2 flowers, at least a little cabbaging happening along the stems.
Definitely. I love how the flowers come out of the trunks as well as on the tips of the twigs. So,
yes, yes.
Also a great edible.
It is a good edible, particularly. And then another question we have is, I know we've got one here for pruning crepe myrtles. This is one that, is it okay to prune crepe myrtles now? I would wait a little longer with this weather. What do you all think?
We've done ours at the farm because we don't have time.
Everything is within time. This is a good time to see if they're alive. Some people were, while they're still dormant, it's very important to prune them. However, it's also, if you wanted to, if you want to wait just a little longer, you could do so as well. We're not out of the woods yet with the cold, and if this thing starts growing, crepe myrtle is a true southern plant.
That frost will hurt it.
That frost will definitely hurt it. But we do have a sage plant question, Nicole, and she has a small space. Renee Rippey is called in to say she has a small sage plant that has started to leaf out after the winter cold, but it's only on the tip. So how far back can she cut it and when?
Well, again, the same with that crepe myrtle. We need to be careful that any new growth is going to be hardened off, so we're trying to avoid the cold. I typically say you can trim back 1/3 of the plant, and if you're seeing some green growth, that means the plant is alive. So what I like to do is I might just tip it, and then go ahead and I like mushroom compost to feed, because I like to improve the soil as well as feed the plant. So some organic compost mushroom, and just tip it, and we'll see how it goes from there.
See if you get growth from the inside.
Exactly. Try to encourage some growth from the inside.
Sounds good.
I've got a follow-up question on that. So I have a sage plant that didn't come back in the garden this year, and I often think of it as a very hardy plant.
Yes.
So what are the temperature requirements for it? And it maybe could have gotten a little waterlogged in its roots. They don't like wet feet, do they?
They do not like wet feet, and that's where I recommend people keeping mulch away from them, particularly in the wintertime here. That wet, soggy will really hurt. Exactly. Yes. So definitely keep that away. And then the cold. What's normal in Virginia? I'm sorry. For how long have I been here? 17 years. What's normal? So I think this would be the 3rd cold winter that we've had that I haven't experienced in 20 years. So
changes things.
Changes things. Well, we have Ms. Marion Brown is called in, and she's, my prickly pear cactus has fallen over and it won't stand up again. What do I need to do?
Usually nothing. So the prickly pear, it's totally normal as part of its life cycle to get really kind of limp in the wintertime. So every single year that's happened, it's always just plumped and perked up as soon as the weather gets really warm, and you'll even if it lays down a bit, you'll get some new buds on it that will grow upright. So I think that you can just leave it and give it another month and a half.
If they wanted to prune it, when would be a good time for them to cut some of those pads?
Yeah, well, I've experimented with prickly pear a lot, and we've done it any time of year. Usually it's just when it's getting too unruly and too prickly, and you know, you get those terrible little spines in your hands that are very hard to get out. So I think any time is a fine time. It's very resilient.
I find grilling tools work great.
There you go. Tongs.
Pruning with tongs.
And very thick gloves. Henry from Dinwiddie has asked, can he plant greens and peas now, and when is it the best time to plant tomatoes?
To me, 50 and above, the same for basil with your tomatoes. And I like to tell people, if their lettuce looks good in the garden, then their tomatoes are not going to like it. So our cool weather crops are doing beautifully. I actually have some peas in the garden that are about almost 2 to 3 feet tall. So they've kind of enjoyed the cooler weather. So you could put some peas in now, and as long as we don't hit 90 in 2 weeks, which that can happen too.
Right.
So gardening is definitely a chance.
Keeps us rolling.
Exactly, yeah, but it keeps it interesting and fun. So yeah, tomatoes 50 and above, and I think it'll be fine to put some peas in now.
Yeah,
And
I
that means-
definitely agree. And they could have gone in much earlier, and and would have thrived in this extra cool weather. We're kind of back a couple of weeks. And in addition with the tomatoes, under 55, you can also get that blossom drop. So if yours is far enough along in the greenhouse that it has some little blossoms, under 55, they really can drop off.
And we're talking about nighttime temperatures.
Oh yes,
Yes.
yes, good point.
Yes. We have to clarify that right now.
That's very good.
But we
point.
also, for peas and such, what should we be doing with our peas in the garden right now?
Oh, well, trellising is very important. So if you've ever made that mistake of not getting your trellis in early enough, you learn very quickly it's a very weak-stemmed plant.
Yeah.
So it's a little harder to kind of finesse a trellis in there once they've already done their own thing. So getting that trellis in early, they're going to have that support to grow up and probably give you a stronger plant with some more production down the road.
I put my trellis in when we plant our seeds,
Perfect.
which we do on February 23rd, regardless.
Speaking of tomatoes, you can use those tomato cages. A lot of
That's
people
exactly
think
what I
tomato
did the
cages are
first
just
time
for
this
tomatoes,
year.
but
Yep.
works for peas, works for anything.
Works great,
Absolutely.
exactly.
Yeah.
Peter from Chesterfield, she has Peter, has a rosemary that looks dead. Should he prune it off of the deadwood, or what should he do to this rosemary?
Well, we have the exact same plants at our place, so people like to see that because it's not just them. So what we will do, and I again will be looking at the temperatures. I will be waiting another probably 2 weeks. Then I'll trim it a little bit. If I see any kind of life in it, I'll feed it and let it flush out. If I'm trimming down and I just continue to see it dead, then it's time to replace it.
It is,
Yes.
particularly with rosemary.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, exactly.
It's tough. It really is tough.
And it's been a tough year. I mean, just to tell people, the last 3 years we've lost more rosemary on the farm than we probably have in the 20 years we've been there. Same with the lavender, lavender
here.
and rosemary. Yeah. So.
Well, you all both are gardening in a very similar zone. So vegetable garden-wise, what are you doing at the school right now, Pat, with the kids in the garden?
Yeah. Well, all kinds going on, and a lot coming up as well in the garden. So the lilacs in bloom is a natural indicator for planting your beans, your edamame, cucumbers. Are an early cucurbit you can get in. They're a little more cool tolerant with their germination, and sunflowers.
And Nicole, what are you doing at the farm right now?
Well, we have, we grew kohlrabi for sale this year for the first time. So Ellen and I, my daughter, just saw it starting to bulb.
Oh,
So
that's
it looks
fun.
really fun in the garden. So that'll be very interesting. You can come out to the farm and see that. We have all our raised beds planted. We have onions that are starting to form. The kale and the peas are starting up the trellises. So we have still a lot of cool weather crops out there in the garden, and then we, have the other plants for sale. But
Pat, at the school, you're using a unique, you have a use for those allium or onions.
Yes, yeah. This was kind of a spontaneous student experiment where we noticed we were getting a lot of four-leggeds getting in even past our physical barrier of our fence. So we know that the wild animals really don't like garlic and onions as much as humans do, or quite at all. So we made a very dense border of this green fence, this green allium fence, right, all the way around, protecting our more tender greens and our carrot tops and things like that. And it really worked. Nothing ate them except for the bugs. They can kind of dive bomb in, but none of the four-leggeds got to them.
Oh, that's fantastic. Well, a perfect segue from alliums is Dan from Montpelier, and he was saying, how do you propagate the globe alliums, the large, big, beautiful alliums?
I have no idea.
Yeah. I've only experienced growing them from seed. myself, and they make those beautiful globe flowers with those black seeds that you can kind of shake or let it self-sow.
Well, they're actually a true bulb, so they have a base plate to them where the roots come out, and you can actually cut that bulb into quarters, and as long as you have a base plate, you let it kind of, I want to say, callus a little in the sun. Of course, this is a bulb that has no leaves on it. It's totally gone dormant. All of the greenery has died back, and all the energy has gone back into that bulb. But you can easily, as long as you have a piece of that base plate, and give it a little time to callus in the sun so it won't rot, but then you can plant that back into your garden. You can even put it into a pot if you'd like to be able to cultivate it a little bit more.
So would you typically do that in the fall?
You could do that actually once it's gone dormant.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow,
And this is one of the newer ways that propagators of professional bulb growers are being able to expand their inventory so quickly, because they can really sliver it down, but then they put it into a laboratory in a greenhouse and grow it on, because they have the equipment to do so. But at home, it's always worth a try. Susan Schermerhorn has a question. Do the services that offer to spray your yard for fleas, ticks, and mosquitoes also kill beneficial insects?
Yes.
Yes.
Sorry, yes.
Many of the products that they're using are broad spectrum insecticide.
Yes.
And yes, they're killing the good guys and the bad guys.
They're not great for you too, right? Anything that attacks the nervous system is, we have one as well.
Yes, we do. However, there are some companies that are out there that do have organic practices that you need to look up in your area to be able to do some research. If you have a problem, you can, take matters in your own hands. Understand mosquitoes usually stay within 100 feet of where they hatch. So many times you're not dealing with your neighbor's mosquitoes, but your very own. And of course, the most important first defense is to empty all containers of water every 24 hours. Walk around your house and just make sure all the tiny little pieces, even a tablespoon of water is all they need for those larvae to propagate. That's the easiest way to control mosquitoes.
Absolutely. And then you can always buy those egg cases of the beneficial insects like praying mantises or ladybugs. Get a guinea hen to eat the ticks off your property.
Exactly. And my neighbor has a lot of guinea hens.
I'm sure you hear them.
Yes. Dave from Henrico has a river birch tree with 4 trunks. 2 are not leafing out. Should he prune them out, and when? I would say yes. If 2 are not leafing out, I would do the old fingernail scratch test and test the stems. Test the branches. And that's just taking your finger and just chipping away at the bark in a tiny little area. And if it's green, then you know it's alive. And maybe it's just been affected by the cold. It's afflicted, we'll call it. But if you scratch and it's brown and you just keep scratching down the trunk and you're finding brown, 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 then yes, for some reason 2 of them died and you do need to cut them back. If it's a river birch and if there's any life in it, where you make the cut is where it's going to sprout. So make it as low as possible so you don't have sort of this palm tree effect there. So, and I was just going to ask too, though, what is now that we're out into the forest with our trees, anything for foraging?
Oh, always, every month. So as we mentioned, the red buds, a lot of people know about the edible flowers. You can add them to your salads, but once they turn to their seed pods, they're very reminiscent of snow peas, and you can saute them and prepare them in the same way. You want to get them when they're really young and tender, maybe the size of your pinky before they get too tough. I just found a couple morels in the woods recently.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of morels, we're going to be talking about mushrooms.
Yeah.
So let's go to Charlottesville and visit Mush Love, where we can learn more about how we can grow mushrooms in our yards, actually in our homes.
Hey, I'm here in the heart of Charlottesville with Nina O'Malley of Mush Love Gourmet Mushrooms. So we're down here in a basement, and this is not your typical basement. You've converted it into an at-home mushroom growing laboratory. We've had to get suited up in scrubs, and we have this special type of fan blowing. Can you tell us a bit about the environment that you need to create for these mushrooms?
Yeah, so in order for us to grow mushrooms and to create our own spawn, we need a laboratory, and so that's what we're in. We're in the laboratory. So part of having a sterile laboratory is having a laminar flow hood, and it enables us to keep a sterile environment on this table when we are doing mushroom transfers onto the food source that they're going to be growing on.
All right, very nice.
And it's important to have a sterile environment because it keeps any other competitor organism from growing in the food that we want the mushrooms to be growing on.
Right, right. And that's very important, as we
Yeah.
know that not all mushrooms are edible, so you need to keep your strain pure, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. All right. So I see that once you get your sterile environment, you have all of these petri dishes. This reminds me of high school bio. How does this help grow your mushrooms right here?
We first have to grow the mushrooms on these petri dishes because we want to make sure that they are a pure strain, like you were saying. So this is a maitake mushroom, but let's say we were in the woods and we found a beautiful specimen of an oyster mushroom that we wanted to grow. We would bring it back into the lab, just like this mushroom, and I would take a little piece of the tissue and I would put it on a petri dish with agar. This agar has various types of starches that give that mushroom mycelium nutrients to grow.
So this petri dish and the agar inside, is this something that you purchased, or is this something that you've actually concocted yourself?
Well, we always use whatever starch waters we have lying around. Sometimes it's potato water, sometimes it's millet water or rye water. And sometimes we want the mushroom to get used to the food source it's going to be eating. And so we make a tea with the sawdust and coffee ground and corn flour mixture.
Wow. So
and
just
use
like
that
the
in
potato water, I'm sorry, so from cooking a pot of potatoes, cooking your millet for dinner, you would save that starch water so there's no waste, and that actually creates the food for growing more food.
Exactly.
So once you get on the petri dish, what comes next?
So after the petri dish, we would take a slice of the mycelium and we would put it onto sterilized grain, and we typically sterilize it in a pressure cooker. And then once we put that slice of mycelium on the sterilized grain, we let it sit for about a week and a half, and it totally grows all over the grain.
All right, so I can see all that mycelium getting fuzzy white and colonizing. What's next?
And then from here, we would sterilize the mixture of coffee grounds and sawdust and corn flour in our case, and then we would put some of these grains into that sawdust mixture, and it would grow all over that, and that's what we fruit the mushrooms from.
All right. And I understand that part of Mush Love's ethos is that you are trying to incorporate as much local as possible. So how does that apply to the substrates that you choose?
Well, we see what we have available in Charlottesville, and in our case, we have coffee grounds from a local coffee shop, and we also have corn flour from a local mill, and also sawdust.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, that creates no waste. The mushrooms are consuming what would have otherwise been discarded, and then your mushrooms have a flavor of the local terroir of Charlottesville. So, well, before we go and check out some of your particular mushroom strains, I understand that you don't just use cultivated varieties. So where do you source your mushrooms?
A lot of times Charlie and I will be hiking in the woods and we'll find an amazing mushroom specimen and say that we have to take it home to bring it to the rest of the world.
Well, that's very unique and amazing that you're incorporating the mushrooms that are just growing and are native to this area. So, well, thank you for showing us your laboratory, and we're going to go head over to see what Charlie has to show us next. So I see a few mushroom varieties here. Could you tell us a bit about this one? I think some might recognize it at home.
So this is your common pearl oyster mushroom, but what makes this unique in our case is that we collected this strain from Afton, Virginia. We really like to use local strains whenever possible because we think it gives a good flavor to the mushroom, and it's definitely unique.
Very cool.
This is like a winter mushroom. Other people might be aware of lion's mane, which is normally has little hairs coming down or something like that. Right. It looks like a waterfall. But in this case, it's at an earlier stage of the growth, and you can see it's kind of pink, and it looks like a little snowball or something like that.
What about this one over here?
So this is one of our few non-native, non-local. This is a tropical mushroom or subtropical mushroom called yellow oyster. it actually grows primarily in warmer temperatures, but it's able to do pretty well at the temps that we keep the grow room. So.
All right. It's got that great sunny yellow to it.
Yeah, I love it.
So with a summer fruiting, a fall, and a winter fruiting mushroom all in the same chamber, how do you accommodate that climate?
So it's actually really cool. We're basically going to the edge of each mushroom's climate that it likes. So we're keeping it wet but not too wet, using this humidifier behind you. We're keeping the airflow nice and constant coming in from the outside so there's not too much CO2. And we use an air conditioner unit to keep it right around 60 degrees, which would be pretty chilly for a Virginia summer, but not too cold for this mushroom, and not too warm for that mushroom. So.
And I see something else up here. I understand this is a less commonly grown medicinal mushroom that you all specialize in here.
Yeah, so this is like a really unique thing, and I'm really proud that we're able to grow it here. It's still in the experimental stage, but this is called Cordyceps militaris. It is a medicinal mushroom with world-renowned properties, and it grows right here in Virginia. This one actually grows as a parasite on a moth larva. So.
Wow.
Just about this big when it's out in the wild, poking up out of the leaves, and it'll be like a little orange Cheeto looking thing coming out of the leaves, and you go there and you dig underneath, and there's a little moth larva completely eaten alive by this mushroom. And we brought it back, took it in the lab like we were talking about before, and now we're growing it on a vegetarian substrate, which it doesn't mind too much. We give it a few extra supplements to make sure that it's able to grow even without its insect food source.
Yeah, and no moth larvae were harmed in the making of this cordyceps.
No, in fact, it did the only moth larva harming beforehand.
And so you got all these growing. They look like they're about ready to harvest. How would you harvest some of these mushrooms?
So we basically keep it really simple. We don't like to use knives because that can damage the backside of the mushroom. So what I actually do is I reach around and I go ahead and pop it right off the bag.
Wow, that is beautiful. Reminds me of the Brady Bunch with all their faces popping out, that whole family of mushrooms there. Well,
Yeah.
Charlie, thank you so much for your time. It's been super cool to see all the food that you can grow in your basement.
Thanks for visiting us.
All right, well, I'm here with Charlie Aller of Mush Love. Charlie, thanks for being here.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, looks like you brought some cool things to demo for us today. But first, I want to remind everyone at home, you can still send in your gardening questions via Facebook, phone, or email, and we'll try to get those answered later in the segment. So, Charlie, what'd you bring for us today?
So I brought some of the oyster mushrooms that we grow in Charlottesville. This is one of the strains that we were just looking at in the grow room a moment ago. And I brought some demos to show people how they can grow oyster mushrooms that they get at the store very easily at home. So
All right.
it's a very simple process, and it's basically exactly what we do in the laboratory, but done in your kitchen.
Great. Well, take it away. What's step one?
Okay, so step one is you go to the grocery store. We're just going to harvest some very fresh right now, but you just buy yourself some oyster mushrooms at the store, and hopefully they come in a nice cluster like this.
Okay.
And all you got to do is at the bottom of the cluster of mushrooms, you just cut a little piece off there. There we go.
About an inch by an inch.
Yeah, an inch by an inch, although you can put smaller pieces in here if you want.
Okay.
You take some cardboard that you've wetted and some regular corrugated cardboard. There's not a whole lot of chemicals or anything in there. It's basically just paper pulp,
Okay, good to know.
which is what oysters eat normally. And then you just take that butt and set it down into the cardboard, fold it back up, and roll it like a little burrito. And then once you've done that, you stick it back in the Ziploc bag and you put it in your fridge for 2 weeks to a month.
All right. So what's happening while it's incubating in the fridge?
So in the refrigerator, it basically has an advantage over any other bacteria or molds or anything like that. And after about 2 weeks or a month, it's completely surrounded all of the fibers of the cardboard, and you end up with this white mycelium. It's similar to what we have the mushrooms growing out of here. And once you have this, I'm going to move these off to the side. You can start moving into a different food source for the mushrooms. So you can take some freshly brewed coffee grounds, Take a little jar that you got, and then you just reach in, grab your cardboard. Let's see, I'm looking for the roll.
It's nice that the cardboard, the corrugation has those few layers to make it easy to sandwich your
That's
mushroom
right.
and your mycelium in between.
Yep, it's very easy to sandwich it, and that's exactly how it likes to grow. So you just take a little bit, set it in the bottom.
Okay. And so you just opened it up a bit there, right? To
Yep.
kind of flatten it out and
I
expose
just
that
flattened it
mycelium?
out. Yep,
Okay.
and I gave it some more surface area to grow from. And then you just take these coffee grounds, and you can use the filters too, because once again, it's just sort of that paper like the cardboard that the mushrooms are already eating. Actually, we're going to use a little bit less. Kind of making a mess, but
Yeah, celebratory.
yes, exactly. And you go ahead and put a layer, maybe 1/2 inch to 1 inch, on top of that cardboard. Once you have that layer, you can just shut it right up
Okay.
and stick it in your refrigerator.
Okay, so it's going
And
back in.
It's going back in the refrigerator. And the reason that we do that is because all the little spores and bacteria that are in the air get on the coffee grounds, and if you leave them out for a few days, you might notice that they start to grow mold. We don't want mold, obviously. We want
No.
oyster mushrooms. So when we put the oyster mushrooms in the cardboard and it covers the cardboard, that's exactly like the body of the mushroom right here. And then from there, it's able to spread into the coffee grounds, and it doesn't have any competition in the refrigerator because the molds and bacteria don't grow in the refrigerator, but the oyster mushroom can.
Great.
So,
Yeah. Well, thank you for that tip, because as anyone would wonder, you don't want to get your mushrooms contaminated, and we want to make sure that we're keeping those at bay.
Yeah.
So we've got them inoculating in the coffee grounds, in the cardboard. How do we get it to fruit?
all right, so basically, you're going to see that the coffee grounds, this is full of coffee grounds, and they're all starting to turn white.
Okay.
And they'll start to turn white as the mushroom is growing and eating the coffee grounds. And that's sort of like a middle stage. And then after they've turned completely white, that might take as long as a month or something in the refrigerator. You can pull them out of the refrigerator. You can put a coffee filter, which I'm assuming if you're using coffee, you've got access to some filters. You put a coffee filter on top and leave it on your counter somewhere in direct sunlight, and just wet the coffee filter once or twice a day. And within a week, you'll start to see mushrooms growing, and they should look just like oyster mushrooms that you bought at the store. If they don't, you shouldn't eat them.
Right. Well, we just have just a moment or two left. So in addition to looking like an oyster mushroom, I know that you're very scientific about your identification of mushrooms. What's another tip or two for identifying it as an oyster mushroom?
So to identify it as an oyster mushroom, you definitely need to make sure that you have this light-colored mushroom, usually growing in a cluster. It has gills that run down the stem, and it has a sort of lilac-colored spore print. So you just have
Very
to
distinct.
set it on a piece of paper, cover it with a dish, and wait for about 12 hours, and it'll leave a lilac-colored or light lavender-colored spore print down on the paper, and you can just look at that, and it'll help you make sure you got the right thing.
Yeah, and they're very beautiful too. You can make some art out of them.
Yeah.
Well, Charlie, thanks for that demo. It makes it seem very easy and accessible to do this at home. So appreciate your time. And now we're going to our tip from Maymont.
Here in Virginia, early spring is the best time to plant roses, and many people feel that planting roses is just like planting a tree or a shrub. And while that's true in some aspects of those steps, there are certain little details you need to understand for a successful rose planting. And the first thing you want to do is in your process is to remove all the existing soil, particularly if you had had a rose bush in that area before. And you want to take out about a bushel basket full of soil. And the reason you want to do that is because rose roots are allelopathic, and the rose roots themselves emit a hormone that kind of taints the soil and prevents other roses from growing, vigorously in that soil. And so by removing the old soil, you're able to then bring in fresh soil for the new rose bush to survive and to thrive in. The other thing you need to do is to be able to spread the roots out real evenly to get good growth. You need to create a nice mound inside of that hole to make sure that the rose bush is equal to the height of the existing soil lines. And so what I've done here is I've actually teased out the roots of the container plant, and I'm going to spread these roots out over my mound And also be sure to point my bush toward the structure that I want it to grow on. The final step is much like trees and shrubs, is we want to put in soil. Now again, we removed existing soil, so we've got to come back with some fresh soil, staying with the existing grade of the soil around it. I'm going to take my little hoary knife, gently stab to try to get some of the air bubbles out. This is called chunking. And then what we want to do is come back with a little bit of water. I want to float those roots real nice. Chunk a little more. Make sure we get that good soil contact. I'm not using a shovel because I don't want to harm my rose roots that I've spread over my little cone that's down under there. And then finally, as with any good planting, I want to add some mulch. And as with any good planting, I want to make sure I don't cover the base with the mulch. And now you've got a beautiful new rose bush in your garden that you need to water weekly throughout the season, as well as fertilize after the first flush of bloom so you can encourage more new growth and more blossoms. But you also have some soil that you can use elsewhere in your garden. It is April and it's time to get out and work in the garden. And there are so many wonderful plant festivals and sales coming up, particularly this weekend at Maymont. We're having our annual Herbs Galore and More Festival. It's on Saturday from 8 until 4 at our historic entrance. And also at Lewis Ginter here in Richmond, they have their annual Plant Fest, which is going to be next weekend on Saturday and on Sunday. Also, for those of you in the mountains, you can go out to Wintergreen for their annual wildflower plant sale on Saturday. I think that's May the 5th. So there's so many opportunities. These are just a few, and I'm sure in your community there's more that you can attend. But Charlie, I have to share with you, that was wonderful to be able to teach us how to grow mushrooms right in our own houses. I mean, just in our own refrigerators. I was very taken with that. I always thought it was this very complicated process.
It's much easier than you think it would be, for sure.
I found that I've got a new hobby now.
Okay.
Poor Doug Singelmann's going to have mushrooms in his refrigerator, along with everything else. Anyway.
Yeah, that's right.
But we do have a few questions to get to, and let's start off with a nice native plant one, because I was hiking in the mountains this past weekend and ran across a whole hillside of spring ephemerals, these beautiful wildflowers that just are joys to look at in the spring. But Steve Rogers from Goochland has a question, is how can I maximize the yield of natural wild blueberries in his forest in Goochland County? Any ideas there, Pat, on how he can increase that yield for those blueberries?
Maximize the yield. Well, they definitely like the acidic environments. They really like the leaf drop from the trees, which is why they're a forest plant. I mean, every wild plant that makes its way into our garden has been domesticated through just giving it a little extra nutrients, water, and sunlight. So if there's any way that he could just create a more ideal environment, get any invasive species weeded from the area, clear that out. Yeah.
That sounds great, because that's about all he really can do in order so that we can retain that natural environment for them. Yes. So, and I'm going to say that when it gets dry, if you can, get a water hose to them. I have no idea the distance, so pardon me, Steve, if that's ludicrous, but give them water when they need it, and that's a big benefit as well.
Yeah.
So.
My biggest challenge with them is just keeping the wild animals from eating them. So you might want to net them if you want to get any yourself.
Exactly, exactly. Charlie, we've got Robert from Fluvanna, and he's like, what are the best trees to hunt from the elusive morels under?
Oh, all right. So there's basically a laundry list, because there are actually many different species of morels. A lot of them look similar, but the ones that we find right around this time of year tend to be growing with white pines or ash trees or tulip poplar trees.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Any north, south, east, west facing slope, anything?
Well, basically, whichever side of the mountain got the warmest and the wettest earliest is where you should look first, and then you should look everywhere else until you find them, basically.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah,
But what are some of the considerations when you're out foraging in the woods for mushrooms?
Yeah, so it's very, very important to make sure proper identification, and you should consult an expert in your area if possible. There are actually a lot of really great forums online as well where you can post a picture, and there are experts that will identify that for you and see whether you got it right or wrong. And one of them is Mushroom Observer. Another one is a Facebook group called the Mushroom Identification Forum, and those give you access to experts worldwide that can help you make the right ID.
And there's also actually, we had a guest on the show a number of years ago, and he actually leads, I'll say, groups into the woods to be foraging. So you can take the time, if you want to learn more, is to sign up for one of those groups and be able to see through the eyes of an expert. And learn from that expert.
Yeah, and I'm actually leading a walk for the Living Earth School on May 5th that just opened up again, so that's a foraging walk.
Everything's happening.
Since that question was particularly about morels, and if you're going to be looking for them, the only false morel lookalikes are going to have something in the interior, whereas morels, if you slice them down the middle, they're going to be completely hollow. You're just going to see the outline of the mushroom. So that kind of adds to the fun, is that they're elusive, but also a relatively safe species to identify.
So easy.
Yeah.
Yes, just
Thanks,
slice
Pat.
them.
Yeah.
Excellent. Something that's a little challenging for us gardeners, though, is Barbara from Henrico. She'd love to grow watermelons this summer. Will they do okay in partial sun and partial shade? And she has very sandy loam. Any suggestions?
Sandy loam is good. Sandy loam will work for that drainage and those nutrients. However, watermelons, they love the sun.
Oh, the
they
hotter
love
the
soaking up
better.
that. Yeah. So one solution would be, if there is a way to sort of plant them wherever you have the space, but then kind of trellis and train them outwards. They will snake towards the sun. You can grow them up. Of course, you have to maybe tie some kind of little hammock for it to support that weight. But yeah, you might even be better off if you can grow them in a very large container in a sunny area versus in the ground in a shady area.
Well, one has to think of the origin, which is from the African continent, our watermelons. So they liked it very, very warm, and which is why they do so well here in the South. But anyway, speaking of another gardening question, Nicole, we have Irene Townsend, and she says that her tulips have finished blooming, and she wants to know what can she plant in that space for the summer color.
Well, that space would be sunny and good drainage. So I was thinking for a perennial, catmint is a good one because it dies back in the winter. So the tulips won't have any competition per se. They'll come up and look pretty, then they'll finish, and your catmint will bloom non-stop for the summer. Typically we'll get 3 rounds of blooms. We trim it back, it'll bloom again, and then like I said, full sun and good drainage, and you've got a good use of garden space with two different varieties.
And to be clear, it's catmint.
Catmint.
Not
yes.
catnip.
No, catnip is a very different plant.
Yes.
False lavender, it's also known as, because it blooms that lavender color, and the bees love it for foraging.
Oh, it's a very bee-friendly
bees,
Make
honey
your own
bees.
sleepy time tea out of it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Wow.
Cut it back 4th of July, and you get a beautiful new flush of growth again with more flowers.
Exactly. Yes.
It's one of my 4th of July plants. So.
Oh, there you go.
But plants do have a limit to them. And Jane from Charlottesville, she has a beautiful weeping cherry tree that's 30 to 40 years old. And oh, Jane, that just sounds like a beautiful tree. And it's developed a fungal canker. She thinks it's called Critosporus, and it's got very sparse leaves this year. And what can she do to save her beloved tree? Anybody have any suggestions?
I don't know that strain in particular, but just research. So every particular strain is going to have a different method, whether it's synthetic or natural, whatever's going to break down that cell wall of the fungus.
The other thing is too, though, cherry trees in particular only grow to be about 35, 40 years old. And so I'm going to share with Jane, I hate to break it with you, my friend, but I would suggest that maybe you repurpose the wood. And this tree is so beloved, is that you're going to have to eventually admit that it's past its prime, and to consider doing something with the wood. And your forestry department, particularly in Charlottesville, and there's quite a number of men and women who will come out and repurpose that wood to a bowl or planks that you can build something out of. So consider that to be able to perpetuate that beautiful tree of yours. And then we also have a rhododendron question, another one where somebody has a rhododendron rose, and they have very large rhododendrons, about 15 years old, and that they think that they have, that they've, it's got a problem with it, and so it's bot canker, and they've been trying to cut it back to the green. And anybody have had that problem with their rhododendrons, where they've just up and wilted and ended up to be a canker way down low?
No. Glad to say no.
Well, unfortunately, with that situation, sometimes the best thing to do is just, remove the plant, cut it down and remove it. And I'll say, start over with a different species, not a rhododendron, not an azalea, but to start over again. So, Charlie, I did want to ask you, though, what are your favorite mushrooms? We have just about a minute to go, and I'd love to hear one or two of your other favorites that you enjoy growing.
So that I enjoy growing, that narrows the question down significantly, so that helps a lot. I would say that my favorite mushroom to grow right now is king oyster mushroom. It has been for a long time. It looks similar but different to the one that I had in the demonstration a moment ago, which is just a regular pearl oyster mushroom, and it grows on a long, thick stalk with a smaller cap, and you can slice it into thick slices and sear them in butter, and they taste like sea scallops. So.
Well, Charlie,
It's
that
really hard to
sounds
beat.
absolutely delicious.
Yeah.
And I really do appreciate you coming on the show today to be able to share more
Yeah.
about your passion of growing mushrooms and to show us how we too can grow them as well. Wonderful. And
Thank you
Nicole,
so
I
much.
thank you for being on the show this evening.
Thank you for
so
having
that
me.
you can show us how we can take a small space and still have gardens as well, and to be
Absolutely.
able to enjoy them. And Pat, on our next show, where are we going to be going?
We are heading to Southern Exposure Seed Exchange, and we're going to get to talk to the ever wise and renowned Ira Wallace about heirloom collards.
Oh, that's fantastic. Well, I'm going to be going to Reynolds Community College in Goochland, and we're going to be learning quite a variety of options that the school offers through the various departments that they have there to be able to share with us. And some of the fun things about this show is that we get to travel around and to be able to bring to ourselves as well as to our viewing audience some of the more unique aspects of our community in the garden, and for them to be able to utilize that information and to, I want to say, get out and get growing in the garden and to be able to enjoy and to have experts such as you two to be on our show to share particularly. So thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
And just real quick though, Nicole, one more question.
Yeah.
The farm, you've got some programs out there. Anything coming up real quick?
Well, the May 19th is one of the wreath classes, so you can get to go to our garden, pick our things that we have growing and make a wreath and take it home. So that's a fun class, and then we do that again in the fall too.
And they sign up on your website?
Sign up on the website, yeah, lavenderfieldsfarm.com.
Oh, that sounds great.
Yeah.
Any classes coming up? You had said that, Tor?
Well, I have quite
Okay.
a few actually, but we have May 5th, May 6th,
And
and
I'm sorry I'm going to have to cut you off,
yep,
but
that's great.
thank you and goodbye.
Thank you.